Lingportal Online School presents
Adverbs and adverbial clauses in English grammar. Adverbs are a word class and 1 in 4 of the major parts of speech, along with verbs, nouns, and adjectives. We use adverbs to add detail and clarity to sentences. Adverbs modify verbs, adjectives, or even other adverbs to answer questions about what, how, when, and where something happens. Adverbs allow speakers and writers to communicate with more precision, adding nuance to their ideas. 1. What is an adverb? An adverb is a word that modifies or describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb, often explaining how, when, where, or to what extent something occurs. Here are examples of adverbs. She sings beautifully. How does she sing? The adverb beautifully adds further detail to the verb. The book is very interesting. How interesting is the book? The adverb very adds further detail to the adjective. He runs incredibly fast. How fast does he run? The adverb incredibly adds further detail to the other adverb. Adverbs have different functions. They are important for indicating time, for example, she will call me tomorrow. Manner, for example, he handled the situation calmly. Place, for example, let's meet outside. Degree, for example, this is too difficult. Frequency, for example, I often go jogging. Adverbs can be recognised because they usually end in ly, but not always. Some of the most common adverb examples include really, very, well, badly, today, yesterday, every day, etc. Sometimes, often, rarely, etc. Early, late, soon, etc. Here, there, everywhere, etc. 2. Placement of adverbs in a sentence. Adverbs can appear in various positions in a sentence, depending on the type of adverb and the intended purpose or emphasis. Beginning of a sentence. Adverbs of time or place can be placed at the beginning for emphasis or clarity. For example, yesterday we went to the park. Before the main verb. Adverbs of frequency are placed before the main verb. For example, she always arrives on time. After the main verb. This is common with adverbs of manner, time, or place. For example, they danced gracefully. After the object. For clarity and emphasis, some adverbs follow the object. For example, he reads the newspaper quietly every morning. After be verbs. Adverbs often appear after forms of be, am, I, are, etc. For example, she is always cheerful. 3. What is an adverbial clause? An adverb can appear alongside or be part of a phrase. An adverbial clause is a group of words with a subject and a verb that provides more detail about the main action in the sentence and therefore functioning as an adverb. Adverbial clauses often begin with subordinating conjunctions such as because, although, if, when, and while. Examples of adverbial clauses. I will call you when I arrive. Answers when I will call. She stayed home because she was tired. Answers why she stayed home. They left early, although it was raining. Answers despite what condition they left. An adverbial clause would not make sense on its own. 4. Types of adverbial clauses. There are several types of adverbial clauses, each providing specific information about the main clause. Time. Answers when an action occurs. Example, I will start dinner when you arrive. Place. Answers where an action occurs. Example, you can sit wherever you like. Reason. Explains why an action occurs. Example, she left early because she was unwell. Condition. States under what conditions an action occurs. Example, if it rains, we'll stay inside. Purpose. Explains the purpose of an action. Example, she studies hard so that she can pass the exam. Concession. indicates contrast or opposition. Example: although he was tired, he finished his work. Result: shows the effect or outcome of an action. Example: he drove so fast that he got a speeding ticket. 5. Adverb or adjective. Adverbs and adjectives are often confused because they both add descriptive information. However, adjectives modify nouns and pronouns, while adverbs modify verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. Examples of this are: the dog is happy. The adjective happy describes the noun dog. The dog barks happily. The adverb happily describes the verb barks. 6. When to avoid adverbs. While adverbs add helpful information, they can sometimes weaken writing if used excessively. Avoiding adverbs can make sentences clearer for readers to understand. In this case, more specific verbs can replace adverbs. Avoid adverbs when the verb already implies the adverb's meaning. Instead of he shouted loudly, it is more precise to say he shouted, because the verb shout means to speak in a very loud voice. Instead of she whispered quietly, use she whispered, because the verb whisper means to speak very quietly. A strong verb or adjective can replace the adverb. Instead of he walked quickly, it is more precise to say he hurried. Understanding and applying adverbs and adverbial clauses can significantly improve both writing and speaking, helping to convey ideas with clarity and precision. By knowing when and how to use them, as well as when to avoid them, you can make your language more descriptive and engaging.